leaving this beautiful place. Well, we've already left. We left at, I don't know, 5 in the morning. We're heading out to the islands. We had a lovely few days in unplanned stop, and we're going to go to a couple of islands. One's a hop. We'll see how we go today because that's about 20 miles away, and then the next one's about another, I don't know, 17, 18, whatever. Yeah, so that's where we're at. We're going to go and explore somewhere we haven't been before. Yeah.
Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. Ooh, we are dreamers of the shore.
Just come ashore to this island, and there are turtle tracks everywhere. Magnus counted 42, so that's 20 odd turtles. I'm just trying to work out how long ago by the different lines here. So looks like it's quite a busy beach for turtles. I'm gonna go and investigate. There are nests everywhere.
They're pretty impressive.
Look at this. As far as the eye can see, there are nests.
And quite a few of them are fresh as.
Magnus counted 8 tracks on the beach this morning.
And 2 on that little beach.
Oh, 2 over there. Oh. So yeah, last night we saw 3 turtles and we watched one digging a hole. We didn't really want to get too close. Just left them to their, you know, to nature. Didn't want to upset them. So we watched from the boat and it was amazing.
Acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant, I'm always in bloom.
We're just looking to see if there are going to be any turtles on the beach tonight, because there's plenty of tracks.
And plenty of turtles we've seen in the water.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see some.
Yeah.
Peanut's raring to go this morning.
I was just looking at the weather forecast for the next couple of days and reading here, because we have this InReach satellite weather, which is fairly accurate in fact. And I look at temperatures, and at 12 o'clock today it's going to be sunny and 35, and then you know how you always have your feels like 43 with 75% humidity, and then 2 o'clock it's only going to be 42, but then 8 o'clock tonight it's going to be 30 degrees, feels like 36 with 90% humidity. So it's been quite warm. Been quite warm up here. and you've got all this ocean, but you can't swim in it. We can, but there's always the fear of crocodiles. Yeah, so lots of deck showers. But it's quite warm, and it's only getting warmer as we head further north and we get more into summer. Because we're not actually in summer yet, it's still spring. Up here you don't really have the 4 seasons, you just have the wet season and the dry season. So we're on the cusp of what's called the wet season. It's this time of the year is called the build-up up here locally, and it is, I remember last year and the year before it was hard work. So yeah, it's been quite warm and going to get warmer. Might as well do an update on where we've been, what we've seen and where we're going. At the moment it's 8 o'clock, we had a late start this morning and we're just leaving, what's this island called? It's called Berthier Island. We anchored on the northeast corner of it. Beautiful anchorage in front of a beach with turtles. And before that we were down at Lamarck Island, a bit further south. And before that we were on Marara Island, south again. And before that we were on the mainland, or the Hunter River. From here we're heading out to the Marara Islands, just north of here, to North Marara Island. And they say it's supposed to be the most beautiful islands around here. Big, you can see the big beaches from here. They look pretty good. And so we'll stay there a couple of days, hopefully get some fish on board and do a bit of beach combing. And then we're going to head out pretty well directly east of here to East Montlivet Island. A lot of these islands were named by the French, so they've got very French sounding cool names. And East Montlivet Island, I don't know much about it, but we'll head out there. And then after that, we're going to go to some more islands called, they're in the Institute Islands. And there's a whole heap of islands around there with all French names. Boudin Island, which was the French explorer who named all these, is there. And also all sorts of French names. Descoutons, La Pace, Volontaire, Fennel. That's my best French. So we're just island hopping for a week or two, which has so far been wonderful. Very different to the muddy waters of the mainland. We're in neap tides, so there's not much tidal movement. It's quite comfortable out here. You don't get any wind on tide situations, at least for a week, because in a week's time it'll be back to springs again. Yeah, so we're just slowly hopping our way back to Darwin. We've got to be in Darwin in 5 weeks' time. We still haven't cleared in to Australia 100%. We've only 75% cleared in with immigration and customs. We've still got to do our quarantine clearance when we get to Darwin. So we've still got a bag of rubbish from Indonesia on board, which we couldn't get rid of in Broome, as you know. So we're carrying that to Darwin, and then we'll have our final inspection. I'm just keeping an eye on this reef that's coming up. There's a little reef out here called Ripple Rocks. It's just there off our port quarter, and we're safe at the moment. Quarantine, yeah, so we're still going to do our quarantine clearance in Darwin. So we want to allow a couple of days before we fly out of Darwin to get that finalised. So it's 5 weeks today till we need to be in Darwin. And we've got a fair distance to go yet. We're about halfway through the Kimberley, and we've been out here for 7 weeks. And we're also not running out of food, but we're running down to the last of the stores, which was perfectly planned by Wendy. And that's a little bit about what's been happening and what we've been seeing and where we're going. Hope that gives you a bit of an insight into what the videos have been about and are going to be about for the next few weeks. See ya. In addition to our quarantine clearance, It's going to be interesting because you're not allowed to bring in any plants, meat, or any vegetables or anything into Australia from overseas. So before we arrived in Broome, we discarded all our basil plants, and washed all the soil and out of the planters and washed it all with detergent. We got rid of all our meat, got rid of everything that was from Indonesia and from Darwin originally, and then restocked in Broome. So now we've got a garden going here with plants we bought in Broome. We've got meat on board from Broome. We've got no vegetables left. Oh, yeah, a couple of onions, all from Broome. So it's going to be interesting to see if they let us bring it into Australia, because we haven't actually cleared in yet. So we'll keep you posted on that one once we've done our clearance, to see how they deal with that. Yeah, and the fact that we actually checked into Australia 6 weeks ago, but we haven't quarantine checked in. We're allowed on and off the boat according to the documents I signed. We're just not allowed to take any foodstuffs bought overseas on and off the boat. So yeah, quite an interesting concept, but we'll see how that all pans out once we're in Darwin.
So luminous and vibrant.
So where are we going and what are we doing?
I'm just going for the beach combe. It's only a 43-degree day in the sun, so I thought we'd go for a walk at midday. It's silly, like they say, mad dogs and Englishmen out in the midday sun.
Yeah, look at all the branch coral down there.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Shame you can't snorkel. Wouldn't that be lovely if you could snorkel?
You can, for a little while.
Yeah, for a little while. Oh, that's amazing. Oh yeah, you got the brainy, not brainy, the little branch ones again. Look! Look! Oh. It's like being in a glass bottle. Oh.
I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom.
Lots of track.
Always in bloom for you. So many times I've stranded.
The coral out there is amazing. It's just such a shame we can't go snorkeling.
Although a stranger in this continent, I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom, always in bloom for you. An infatuated love.
What do you think?
And a little picture pair of these.
You are like gold dust over me, just like an angel set me free. Where are you now? Do you feel safe? I don't need an answer, just need some space. Don't let me darken your front door. That is not what I came here for.
Come straight up.
To just to carry all that weight. Don't need an answer.
Well, I just heard on the radio that the Australian warship was calling one of the fishing boats, saying there are illegal fishermen around. Have you seen them? Like Indonesian fishermen. So, yeah, there's excitement around.
Bush TV, doll?
Yeah, yeah. What's happening, Wen?
We just come into shore because we saw a turtle coming up the beach, so we're just gonna have a look from afar. I think she'll be laying her eggs soon. She's digging a hole.
Whereabouts?
Berthier Island.
And she's just over there somewhere. So we'll quietly sneak up. We're downwind, and let's see what we can see.